All right, bless your soul. Now, you have to go back to the next video or the previous video, the one before this one. That way, look, I'm not on the TV screen, but it's going to be to your, let's see, to your right, okay? You have to understand and listen to that one before you understand this one, but just let me recap for a few seconds. I'm talking about indifference and my experience at church, with church folk. And me being in the spirit on the Lord's Day, honey, this is the picture. The praise team is singing praises to our God. I am in the spirit. I'm standing up. I'm singing as if I were in the balcony. All the way to the balcony, just like I'm on the praise team. Okay, the praise team stops. Hallelujah. The song is over, and no one is in the pulpit. I'm still in the spirit. The pastor walks up. Maybe I started too late. He starts saying something, but I close my eyes and I start belting out just as beautifully and as just, meaningful to my God as I can, a phrase. I sang it about 3 times. This is the last one, because I know everything's quiet now and I have my eyes closed, but I can just imagine. But I'm singing to God. Maybe I should have stayed home. So I get a text message the next day. You were a little out of place. Maybe I was not in the right place. Maybe I was out of place. But I do understand there was someone there standing to speak. And I was still trying to praise in song. And so the message was sent to me that maybe I want to ask such and such a person to see if I can sing a solo, or maybe I need to join the praise team. And so I went, after being on the hallelujah high that I was in the spirit with that day. The next day I went on the downward spiral. As the roller coaster goes up, it must go down. And I went down and I said some things, and I said, no, I deleted it, not gonna send that. Just some true things, but then I just said, okay, maybe I just don't need to say anything. And so I just decided, no, I'm going to say something. So I thanked, and I talked about how blessed I was to be there. And then I went on to point out that person's a couple faults. And then God convicted me, and I had to apologize. This is someone that I love. This is someone that does not want this information just publicly known. But I realize I'm not perfect either, so I just asked the person to pray for me. But I apologize, because that was not the point. The point was me, my behavior, what I did, how maybe it was not correct for that church, that service, that was out of place, the wrong thing to do, rude, a distraction. And in my mind, I thought of all the things in the world that are happening, of all the problems that we have, of all the offenses that people are committing. Me standing in the Lord's house on the Lord's day, in the spirit, singing, not in tongues, not speaking in tongues, but singing praises, that a song that had just been sang previously moments ago, as the pastor is standing up, could be a problem. But it wasn't that big of a deal to me. So how do you handle indifference? I talked about it when I was telephoned, and I just didn't see that it was that big of a problem, So, but I understand I know the history at this church. I understand it. So I'm talking about Saturday Fuel. So what I want to encourage someone out there to know is that everybody is not always going to agree with you. They are going to, some people are going to throw shade your way. It does not matter what you do, what you say, how you apologize, how many times, how sincere you are. The truth is the truth. Some people will not like you because of your hair. Some people will hate you because of the color of your skin. Some people think you are out of place, no matter what you say and what you do. No matter your intentions, no matter your heart. How do you handle indifference? The next day, I saw a video of a married couple stating, and I wasn't looking for it, stating why they were leaving the Seventh-day Adventist church. And in their video, it talked about how they seem to be too legalistic at this one particular church, but they still believe in the Bible truth, as I do. And I'm not here to point the finger at anyone, to talk about the Adventist church, the Seventh-day Adventist. That's where I have been member for many years, many beautiful memories, beautiful people, blessings. I've received so many blessings. But it is a church. There are people there. And everywhere you go, no matter if it's on your job, at your church, in your community, there will be shade. How do you handle indifference? As a matter of fact, I think that I handled it the wrong way, because it was like a tit for tat situation. You're going to point out my fault? Well, let me show you yours and pray for me, because I'm not perfect either. And I had to apologize because God gave me the conviction to do that. And some people may not have seen that as the wrong thing to do, but God convicted me, because I should have just stuck to the subject. I really don't have to defend myself. And I felt like I was being led by the Spirit. I was singing praises to God. I wasn't cussing anybody out, but I do understand. I do understand. And so that's enough of this. I feel like as a Saturday Fuel portion of my video, you just don't feed. You don't give things fire. For instance, I'm going to do another video next, and it's going to show you my creation couch. I did a video, probably the most viewed of any of my videos, about leather repair. And in this video, I was repairing leather seats. And there was someone there are the people who want to see the finished result. Well, I ended up selling the car before I totally painted. I had smoothed it out as much as I could, but I didn't get to paint the seats. And I didn't get to make that video. That person said, no, I'll take it just like it is. It wasn't that big of a deal to that person. But there's someone that feels like I was messing up all my leather, and it made me laugh. See, what they call hit dog barks. It didn't trigger anything in me, so I didn't bark. I laughed, you see? And then there's another young lady who said, oh, you messing up all your leather. Well, I'm going to show you my messed up couch. It was messed up before I got it, and things get messed up. We all messed up. And so I called myself improving it, and I did. So that didn't bother me, but I owe it to the people who want to see the finished product. I need to do another leather repair video, and I'm going to do that. But the way that you handle indifference, and when people say things that could be offensive to you, is you don't fuel it. You have business to take care of. You have more